From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's mid-morning update. You know what the title of this video is going to be? It's going to be exactly what I said on Twitter. I may be bullish, but I'm not foolish. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 1961 even early in the day. The low came in at 1942 even recently. And last, we're 1946 even. We're down 7.5 handles. Total volume, we've got size. We got 1 million minis traded and 1.8 thousand big S&Ps traded in the pit. Now look, you got to think about this kind of stuff. And for all those people that are following me on Twitter or following me on YouTube or get my morning report, do you get my morning report? If you don't get my morning report, let me know because I want to make sure you sign up for it. But plain and simple, the S&P has rallied 70 handles in a week. And we've been up 4 out of the last 5 days. And the one down day was down minuscule. So at the end of the day, I think what goes on here is you've got the Russians up along the Ukrainian border. They've got some helicopters flying in. There was news that the Ukraine hit some of those trucks. And bottom line, the S&P is very overbought. And there's a lot of risk-on, risk-off trade going on here. You know, once the S&P got everybody short into the hole and the S&P started to short cover, what I've been trying to tell you is that it would reverse when those shorts completely got out and got long into the rally. And that's what I think happened. Despite all this risk floating around and the markets being up so much, people went long into this rally. And what happened this morning? They got shook out. Now, look, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm not your chartist. I'm gonna continue to tell you that. I'm not gonna be pointing out trend lines. I'm not gonna be talking about moving averages. I'm not gonna be doing any of that. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna try to be what I am, a street smart guy that follows the markets. When they get a little overbought and the Russians are on the border and we're in the middle of we're the last day of an options expiration, and going into the weekend, no wonder the S&P is going down. It's very logical. But that said, you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. I'll be back on the cash close. We're just traded back down near the lows, and I'm not sure these lows are going to hold. There's a lot of sell stops under 1940.20 down to 1937.5. And I think that's where your support comes in. You know, I'm not real sure about the levels exactly, but that's really that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to leave it like that. I'll see you guys in a bit.